Get a little bit more in there, right?
Hey.
Oh, there we go.
There we are.
Hey, yo.
Zone up in here.
All right, sweet.
We got audio.
We do, man. All right, I love it. This is the ad lib before the podcast goes live bullshit. This is your main man right here, DJ Purple Phil, with my main man, BHM Zone, on his phone per usual.
Hey. I didn't even know we started up.
He's interacting with the fans right now.
I'm always working.
You know what I'm saying?
That's what it is.
That's
always
exactly
working.
what he's
Never
doing
not
right now.
working.
All right, let's mic check our main guest of the day. He goes by a couple different monikers. All right, this is our boy X, also Zay, and are we getting a little click? Are we getting a little feedback back here? No, we good? All right,
Get a little feedback.
What's happening, y'all? What's happening? It's Zay.
All right, let's hear you. I think we gotta mic you up a little bit more.
We gotta mic them up.
Yeah, testing.
All right, here you go.
One,
How
two,
you doing
three.
now? How you doing
Testing.
Push that a little closer to you.
Yeah. How I sound?
You sound good.
Oh,
man.
Sound straight?
There we
Straight?
go.
Sounding
There
good.
you are. He's there.
All right, yeah.
He's live. He's for real, man. All right, dude. Zay, good
Yes,
to have you
sir.
today.
Appreciate you. Thanks for having me.
You're not a stranger here either, man. So tell us, man. We want to start off. Tell us a little bit about yourself. Tell us maybe a short little bio. We're excited
Oh,
to
no,
know.
for sure. My name is Zay. Xavier, you know what I'm saying? I've been doing music for about like a year and a half now. I mean, I've been listening to music my whole life, and it's kind of just been like my parents, they always were listening to like oldies, so it's like
Yeah.
folks would like look at it now and be like, "Oh, Earth, Wind and Fire." That's like, you know
Oh,
what I'm saying?
dude,
It's just
yes.
like,
It's about
yeah,
Earth,
it's like
Wind,
I was.
and Fire.
I mean,
Fucking
name
with
drop,
hella
shout the
Earth, Wind, and
fuck out,
Fire.
Earth, Wind, and
like,
Fire.
Earth, Wind and Fire, Tribe Called Quest, shout out y'all, you
Nice.
know,
All right.
Okay, that's the good old school.
really the good old school.
Yeah, I would say that's not your typical jump from Earth, Wind, Fire to Tribe, but people
Yeah.
get
No,
it.
they was listening to
That's
my
not
dad.
typical Tribe.
If you're
What?
listening to this podcast, you should get that, all right? That means
My-
music head, all right?
Yes, like my dad was listening to hella like John Bon Jovi.
Oh,
Listening to
all right.
Bon Jovi, all types of stuff, man. Like my
Yeah, you
mom's
love that
listening.
rock, that 80s
Yeah,
rock in it?
the 80s rock. I mean, my dad's like the music head for real, and probably like the whole house. Like he listens to rock, rap. I mean, I listen to classic music like Beethoven. You catch him just listening to anything.
Well, does he or anyone else in the family, yourself included, play anything? You know, any piano back in the day,
actually,
trumpet, anything like that?
he was fucking around a little bit with this electric guitar. He had
Oh,
like
hell
electric
yeah.
guitar. He
Hell
won
yeah.
somewhere like he
Like Jimi
won that
Hendrix.
electric guitar, and it was hard because it was like we took it to the pawn shop, and I think they said you could get like you get some racks out of it for sure.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
you would get some racks, and
Oh man! Don't tell me was he just done with it and had to sell it?
he
or
just
do
isn't
little-
like using it. Like it's like
Oh.
I even took it. I was messing around with some notes. Like I was just like trying to get my Jimi Hendrix on, but yeah. And then my
It's
mom,
harder than it looks, huh?
It's what I was like. Yeah, I'm putting that down. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna come back to that.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. My mom, she listens to a lot of like instrumentals, so she's on that tip.
like jazz, smooth
Yeah,
jazz.
like she's
or,
really
classic
into like
jazz?
Norman Brown.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
It's like all types. Najee. I don't know if you heard of him, but he be playing like the saxophone. He be going. But
Oh, yeah.
it's just been music
Yeah.
like been around me my whole life, so it kind of just makes sense to me to move in that field.
It was always in the background at your house. pretty
Yeah,
much?
it always in the background. Yeah, always.
Man, that's dope as hell. Hell yeah.
Yes, sir.
Hold on. I was thinking about the guitar, man, and about pawning the guitar because I've been there before, man. Like, I remember it was like high school or after high school, pawning a guitar that I had just bought a little while earlier to afford to go to spring break. You know what I'm
To
saying?
afford to go to
Yeah,
spring.
Yeah.
You know, see, if you know of somebody, if you know someone in the hood, if they do this, if they sell their PS4,
Oh, no.
that's like
That's
the
like
hood
hood
bankruptcy.
really,
That's the hood
like
bankruptcy. Yeah,
facts.
Oh,
Because if somebody do that, then you know that they,
Yeah.
it's hard. It's getting hard.
Oh,
so
no.
I know if somebody that loves music
Yeah.
is selling their guitar, then it's getting up. Then
Oh, yeah.
something got to shake. But you can never lose that love for the music. It's just always you just gotta find out what's next.
Yep.
That leads me to my next question. I know you said your name and what, but we want to know where you're from.
I'm from here. I'm from Georgia, Atlanta, Georgia. Moved out to Ackworth when I was probably like 6. So I've been out here for a good second.
Okay.
It's pretty chill out here. You know what I mean? It's like there's this fair share of bullshit that goes on, but that's kind of like everywhere. But
Right.
it's definitely like, you know, when the sun goes down, stay from up around. You know what I mean? 'Cause it be, like, weird. Like be some
Sun go
weirdos
down,
out
stay
here.
from around.
Was that when you were moving out here at 6? Did you care? Did you give a shit, or like were you like, all right, bet, let's do it, or were you kind of sad to be like leaving your neighborhood, your homies, your school, whatever you had going on?
I mean, it's always kind of like sad because it's just like you move from where you have like all your friends, like literally everybody is like, and this is like the old days. This is like 2004 type stuff. Like people are actually coming outside, like niggas actually do shit. You know what I mean? Like if it's raining, niggas will actually still be outside.
Yeah,
like it's like we're not even playing the game.
After I would say like COVID, or even more like when we like more later 2000, I would say even 2016, people were really outside like that. I feel like that was a lost art. Like people don't go outside as much as they used to. But
yeah,
like,
maybe not, man. I think every generation though says that shit about the young kids, and maybe it's getting truer. It's a shame. All right, so when did you first start dipping your toe in the music game? Who were you hanging out with, and what changed? Had you been marinating on it for a while, and then you just went for it? Did you get like a little drunk or something like that?
This is low key. I got a story.
Okay.
This is low key.
We love
Like, we're
those
going
stories.
back.
You got a
You know what I'm
story.
saying? This is story time.
Raise your hands up. Raise them up.
How did it happen? I went to ET booth when once I went to middle
Shout
school.
out ET booth.
ET, like
Yeah, it was ET booth.
the extraterrestrial?
Extraterrestrial booth.
The
man.
alien.
Like it was crazy.
Okay.
And we had this teacher named Mr. Brook. It was in like a side class. We had like I don't even know what it was, but he had us doing like modules. So we'd be doing shit like fucking around with like a wooden car, and then we gotta like figure out how to put the electrodes in it to get it to like run and do some stupid shit. So he's like having us do that, but he's like a mean ass nigga. Like he's always like screaming at folks, and this nigga like 60, dog. So it's just like, bro.
Oh. Mean and old.
Mean and old as hell, bro. And he's just like getting on me. And at the time, it was me and my nigga Francis. Shout out my nigga Francis. Francis McComa. We was just in his class, and we were like work buddies. Like we were in the same module group.
What's the name of this class?
This is like, that's what I'm saying. I forgot.
Electronics
like,
or something like that? It sounded like electronics. I used to have electronics.
It wasn't electronics, but it was in the same vein. Like it's like I don't even know. It's like one of those elective classes you forget about, but it's like it's supposed to teach you something.
Yeah,
like
like
woodworking. You ain't gonna use
stuff.
that shit, man. Like,
Zay didn't even know until he showed up, and he's like, "Wait, what are we doing here?"
Yeah, like I mean, he had us doing like the same thing for a lot of the year. Like we'd be doing like aerodynamics and shit. But I was just like, yeah.
Oh Lord.
He was having us do that shit, and I was just like, nobody was actually doing the work. I was just like, bro, I was listening to Hella Pro Era at the time, so I was like, I'm just try writing some bars.
Oh, okay.
Damn.
And then
So you like Joey?
yeah, Joey Badass, capital Steve.
Okay.
And yeah, I was just writing some shit, and then I said it out loud, and my boy Francis was like, yeah, that's actually kind of hard, bro. And ever since then, I was just like, okay, well, I can always like do that, And then I really kind of like, from then, I just like put it down. Like I didn't really go back to it until a few years ago. But yeah, that's basically that.
Did you have an idea of the artist that you wanted to be? Was there someone you wanted to imitate or emulate, or like you want that smooth, silky, slow? You wanted to be that speed rapper. Where did you see yourself at that?
I kind of didn't like. There was people that I definitely like got inspiration from. Like you get inspiration from like the melodic rappers. Like you listen to like Fetty Wap, or you'll listen to like what I'm saying. Like you listen to anybody, and then it's like you kind of have that in your subconscious. But you try not to like. At least for me, I try not to like sound specifically like somebody. I kind of like switch up. Like if you listen to some of my music, I try to switch it up or keep it like new every single track that comes out, just to like kind of challenge myself, but also just to like add some variety to it overall.
Yeah. See, I like that. I would say that I like when people take influences from other people because it works that way, and then it just you make it your own, if that makes sense, because you can take an influence from this person, and then like put it together. It's like clay.
Right.
You
Like
can
building,
make it's just like a building a better I would
Really
say
better sound.
Yeah, really a better sound. You're just building yourself up, really. It's just like the foundation. That's what I want to say. It's like the foundation. So I can lay the foundation of I see someone that I admire and I want to get to, so I'm gonna do it my own way.
Right.
But I still gonna take the way that they use, as a little stepping stone almost to get up. Most people do it nowadays.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, if you're being an artist and being artistic and trying to express yourself, you might say, yeah, I like Eminem or Migos or whoever, I'm talking about myself, what's in my mind, what's coming out of my mouth and things like that. And that's when you really get that, like, ooh, you get that tingle.
Raise your hands up. Raise them up. Raise your hands up. Raise them 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 up. Raise
So all right, so then you eventually started recording or practicing somewhere somehow. What how did it go when you first started, man? Was it what you thought it was gonna be like?
I mean, it was a bit different. Like, I kind of had to get used to like being in a room recording in a studio. Like at first, like a lot of people don't understand when you first start rapping. Like, it's a good grace period before you start getting like fire, or like before people actually think like, hey, that's actually hard. Turn that up. Like,
Yeah.
like, I wrestled in high school, so it's like there's that
Alright.
grace period. It takes time to like learn a new skill, but once you learn a new skill, you start seeing what works for you, and you're able to like do the skill better.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. So it's kind of just been like I started recording with Artie,
AKA Zoot.
Zoot, the good man,
Zooties
Zoot
Maximus.
LaFleur, facts. And I brought Zone to the stew. Originally, I'd introduced both of them, and then they were already like, you know what I'm saying? They were already both on the music tips. So I was just like, yeah, I definitely got to like try recording. Because I still had stuff from like back in the 8th grade. Like, I was just like, let me try recording. Even though nobody's trying to hear that shit. Like, niggas aren't trying to hear that.
Not
Niggas ain't
until
trying to
you're
hear that all that
famous,
shit.
and then they'll go back and want to hear it.
Yeah, niggas ain't trying to hear that shit.
Then
That
they
shit
wanna
was
go
old.
back. Yeah, we were just talking about that the other day. How people you could put out so much body of work, and it could be good. It's people won't listen to it until you get that one,
Yes.
and then they go back and listen to everything that you did, and then they're like, okay, yeah, I believe in them because they want to see the work first, and then okay, it's not just a fluke he made that song. He can do more, you know.
Hold on, we'll be right back.
Oh,
Uh-oh. Hey, we back. So, while we were gone, we found out that our man Zone, he likes to get on, was it Facebook Live?
nah, it's TikTok Live.
TikTok Live,
I'm a
man.
TikToker.
He's
Yeah.
a tic-tacker, ladies and gentlemen.
So tell him what happened, man.
Yeah, we was on TikTok having a normal conversation. Apparently, we got banned for hateful speech when we're talking on the podcast to each other. So, you know, that's kind of crazy. So we're going to submit an appeal for that, and hopefully we get back to the people, because that's what we want to do is give to the people with the podcast.
And just as a, shout out to ourselves, you can catch this. We're on, Buzzsprouts right now is where we're hosted on the podcast.
All
That
platform.
may change. We're getting on Apple. I know we've already been found on Spotify. Got to check on Google too, but it's going to be on all platforms.
All
And the
platforms.
place where everyone can get to, YouTube. We go Raise Your Hands Up podcast. Check it out. We got a couple episodes already up there. More episodes getting loaded every 1 or 2 weeks. Some teasers, some shorts, all that fun stuff. But all right, man, we're going to throw it back to our man Zay. He was mid-thought. He coming right back at us. So what you got for us?
What was the question?
We were running back. All right, so we were talking about in the studio, getting in there, getting in your groove, that early work. Tell us a little bit about your development and how that went.
Development. I mean, honestly, I feel like I'm really still developing. Like, it's never really like a stopping point. Like, I always gonna feel like I want to get a little bit better. But I definitely started like, I went back, learned how to just like do everything basically. Like, that's a process. Like, people think they're just gonna walk in and be like, oh, I'm gonna smoke. People think they don't walk in. I'm gonna just smoke some lines. You know what I'm saying? They think I'm just like, I'm gonna just like easily write a 16 or something like that. And it's just like,
Yeah.
I mean, you can do that, but it's like there's a good chance it's gonna sound ass the first couple times
Right.
you do it. So once you get cold at it, it's just like
Yeah.
you're gonna sound better.
I also asked about projects, EPs, singles, and then, do you ever see yourself doing the concept album? Like my Dark, Beautiful, Twisted Fantasy or
Okay.
Sgt.
Yeah,
Pepper's.
yeah.
I'm into that concept of like, even, man, you could say that Travis Scott's last thing,
Like an
was pretty good.
experimental type.
Yeah,
Yeah.
experimental, but also like every song, is self-contained, but you got like a larger story going through the album. I mean, that's me. So I don't know. Anything like that?
No,
going
yeah, I
around in
mean,
you, or
I
more traditional
definitely.
setup?
Yeah, I mean, we got some shit on the way. I mean, tonight I'm dropping plug talk, so it's gonna be kind of fire. This is like plug
Heard
talk.
that here
There is
tonight
at 12. It's like tonight. But yeah, plug talk is basically plug's like a genre of music. It's like real vibrant, real melodic, real peaceful. Like, I like listening to that shit just on smoking gas. You know what I'm saying? Just like after a long day's work or something.
For real.
And I basically just like did my own little spin of it. You know what I mean? We got some interesting concepts coming out. We do kind of have some concept on that album, Trill and B. It's a little genre I created myself.
All right.
Taking a little bit. I mean, y'all gonna see. I ain't gonna say too much on it. I ain't gonna say too much on it. I can't.
All right. All right.
You don't spill too much of the beans.
Yeah, you did.
It's a little hot, a little wet. Not taking this all the way. All right. Hey, you ever see yourself one day making like a love song? You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I got one out right now. You can go stream Cuffing Seasons on Spotify. Shout out Church, my boy Kobe. We gonna get that man out the house. Everybody in the comments spam get Church out the house. Send a little chapel emoji and just like
F in the chat for Church for not
F in the
being out
chat for
house.
Church. This man has been in the house for at least a year and a half. Like no cap.
Damn. Is on that COVID
He said
tip or
COVID.
what?
COVID over.
He don't even got COVID. That man
ain't
just
over.
Check. Please note, y'all, this was recorded earlier, way before that Omicron
Raise your
shit.
hands up.
God
Raise
damn.
them up.
Get out the house, Church.
Man, you get
Come out here,
Get
bro.
out the
We get
called
house,
out on a
wear your
podcast,
mask,
man.
and get a vaccination.
If you get called out on a podcast, I would be both proud and embarrassed. I'd be like, well, shit, I got called out on the podcast.
No,
We
but
love
yeah.
that.
That's my
what
boy
this
Church.
platform's for.
We came up with that song in like 15 minutes. It was I dropped the first couple bars. Like it was like a four on, four off. It was like 4 me, 4 him.
Tight.
Then we dropped like the hook type shit. Like it's fire. Y'all definitely got to go check that out. That's
Excellent.
Where can they find
like
it
main
at?
song. SoundCloud. Cuffin Season. It's called Cuffin Season. CUFFIN Season. Yeah.
Oh, shit, man. All right, we got to check that out, too. If we're not listening to it in this episode, we'll try to do a special episode or come back around and catch it up again. I think we should go ahead, man. I'm feeling fired up. Feel like I know you. And I think we should listen to, I think it's H to H, Hand to Hand.
Hand to Hand.
Yeah, tell us
Yes,
about that
sir.
one. I like
Hand
it.
to Hand, I was
Kind of
just-
chill or plug
This
stuff.
is
I
low
don't know,
key.
it's kinda chill.
Yeah, this is like my first foray into that. Like just, it was really like my first song that I fucked with heavy. Like I was just like, yeah, this is like the direction I kind of want to take my sound. Like I wanted to make music for people that are like stoners, people in a fucking like if you're in a library, you can listen to that shit. You know what I mean? It's just like it's just chill, you know. And it was it's like kind of a throwback back to my street days when I was a street dude. You know what I'm saying? Doing my street thing.
Making a little side money.
Making a little side money,
Paying
you know,
the
we
bills.
just serving hand to hand. It was just like, you know, race against the clock.
What you got any thoughts
Yeah.
about that culture as it exists? You know the what do you say, like when you the stereotype of it versus the reality of it? You know, like things get romanticized.
Mm-hmm.
Does that lifestyle get romanticized? Did you know not romantic like romantically?
No, I feel
but
what
like
you're
you know
saying. I
like
feel what you're saying.
exciting. I don't know, shit like that.
No, I mean, shit happens in every walk of life. It's really just like the way you perceive it. Your perception's 100%. Like you as a person shape your reality. It's why it's called personal reality.
Bet.
So it's like, I mean, yeah, for me, that was a great time. Like I was able to start doing some shit. Like I set up a business for myself, like got my own LLC. And then from there, I was just like, I was kind of in a stage where it's just like, I was just thinking of hella things. I was just, okay, I could do this, that, and the third. And I plan on doing all types of shit, man. Like, I mean, skits, comic books, like
Bet.
digital art, all types of stuff.
The NFT stuff, man.
NFTs, man. If you don't know about NFTs,
Tell us.
you gotta you gotta go do something about that.
Wait, newsflash! Didn't you just get in on the Tony Lanes?
Tory Lanez.
Tory Lanes? Shit.
That man
Tony.
Tony.
Really, we going today?
Yeah, that man Tory Lanez. He
Tory Lanez.
sold. He made history.
Shout out Tory.
He sold shout out Tory Lanez, bro. That man made history. He sold $1 million $1 NFTs. That man went platinum right there on the spot, and he gave us the opportunity to make money. So if you were able to get that NFT for $1, which I mean, you could easily get that.
That's sort of like a help you, help me
It's
type
really,
thing.
yeah. I mean, it's like, because as a fan or as somebody that like appreciates music, there's unreleased tracks, so you can just take that, and each track comes with the artwork, 100% unique. There's no other ones like that,
cool.
you know. So it's like you can trade them amongst each other. It's cool shit, man.
Whoa! He sold 1 million, so there's 1 million unique pieces of art.
Yeah, and people are reselling them like crazy, like 50,000.
So is each one different?
Yeah, I mean, no, they're all the same. Like it's
Oh,
all like it's like an album, but it's like all the same album. But each
Okay,
person got
yeah.
it for $1. And
Yeah.
So
Man,
it's crazy.
Hoo-wee. Yeah, we're gonna have to break down NFTs in another episode because I talked to Zoot for like 2 hours about that shit.
Yeah.
It was one of those conversations where we're like trying to predict the future. I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't think streaming's going anywhere because it took us a whole generation just to buy into that
to
shit.
get to this, yeah.
You know, subscribe to
yeah.
music,
It's going.
you know? And what do I get at the end of the day? Nothing. And now it's like, well, now you get a digital piece of art. And I'm like, So I mean, but
It seems like that. Like, yeah, that's the thing. Like a lot of people look.
That's
at it
what I
just like a
thought too
soul
at the
thing.
beginning, but it's
Like,
more
yeah.
in depth once you get into it. It's like more complex.
Oh,
stuff.
I agree. He did. He educated me for real. Yeah, and so like your investment of those NFTs for $1. I mean, have you cashed in on that yet?
Oh,
Are you
bro,
long-term
I'm
investing?
not even in a rush. Like I got
Yeah.
a mad amount of those things, so I'm sitting there on a decent bit of them, like
Yeah.
well into the triple digits. I'm planning on selling them. I mean, I got a couple up on sale right now, 15 to
Yeah.
50K. You know, if you into music, holla at your boy.
That's right,
I'll
deal.
get you right. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. I mean, stuff like that. Just the concept behind that is like insane. Like just making music, nobody else can really get it. You know what I mean? Because it's on the ETH blockchain. You can't fake it. You know what I'm saying? It's a genius shit right there.
That's wild. And this is a young man right here, Zay, who is like straight up, getting involved, doing his research and education on a new, essentially a financial product, right?
It's a new frontier for real.
Yeah,
like,
and not being afraid to put a little bit of money in there, but at a wise investment. Your risk was not too much, a couple $100. The upside is potentially thousands, potentially millions. I mean, can you
Potentially
believe that?
millions, yeah.
It's
For a
crazy
couple
to think
$100,
about.
make $1 million. That's like lotto ticket craziness.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Really?
I mean, that's how more like the cryptocurrency was working. You spend a little bit and make a lot.
Yeah.
Just because you have so much quantity of something that's going up rapidly, but you catch it so early that you can just cash out.
Yep. I mean, I advocate both. I'm a little bit older. I'm a little bit later in the game, so I believe you should have a little money in that traditional stuff, the
Yeah.
NASDAQ,
Facts.
S&P 500, index funds, ETFs, yada, 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 that IRA shit, that Roth IRA, for sure. But, man, have a little bit of money to play with these new things because, one, it's fun and it's exciting. I mean, you could gamble on the Atlanta Falcons game if you won. If you like losing your money and losing in real life.
Yesterday alone, I've seen so many people mad. Like they were betting on that Jake Paul, Tyrone Woodley, and I mean, Jake Paul brought it home for him. You know what I'm
Jake
saying?
Paul.
So Jake Paul made a lot of people upset. It was just like,
Yeah, people get their hearts invested in these things, especially when it comes to like MMA and when you get fighters involved or your team involved.
We can agree it was rigged. It felt rigged.
hey man, I was saying that with the Ben Askren fight, but niggas don't want to listen to me.
It just seemed like a world class athlete would know when to strike and when to not.
Especially when he already had him, like he had his bell rung all the way.
Yeah.
Like he already was on the ropes.
It seemed kind of fishy, but
Yeah.
I
You don't leave that
digress.
one alone. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the more money involved in a fight, the more you gotta be suspicious that it's already been determined, right? I mean, it's weird, but I mean, you don't hear about the mob and the mafia so much,
Yeah.
but I don't think they went anywhere. I mean, would they all become like nurses? Like
Oh yeah, no.
they're still
that ain't
trying to
anywhere.
fucking influence this shit.
They just do something different now. The old ways never go away. There's just something different now.
Gotcha. All right, peace, y'all. This is Raise Your Hands Up podcast. We got me, GJ Purple Phil. We got my main man, BHM Zone. We got our special guest today, Zay. And we're about to throw on his track, Hand to Hand, H to H. You can get it on SoundCloud. You probably get it on all streaming platforms. Do yourself a favor. Type it in there. Find it. We'll put a link in there. And it'll be on the Raise Your Hands Up podcast playlist on at least YouTube. All right. Hold 1 second. Come on, y'all can't be saying funny shit without the microphones on, all right? Another guest, another respect for the T game. That's what happens when you marry a
Facts.
Persian lady. Coming at you, H to H.
Serving hand to hand, I'll hit you when it land. I don't fold no band, my pull up in a band. My pull up with friends, pipe might just break wind. Then I'm in the wind, I put on my can. Serving hand to hand, I'll hit you when it land. I don't fold no band, my pull up in a band. My pull up with friends, pipe might just break wind. Then I'm in the wind, I put on my can. Serving hand to hand. and this guap never stopping. Beat the block with the moon rocket. 380 years in my pocket. I be riding around town with the posse. Sit so much lean, sucking dreams like Lil Mozzie. Swear I'm too clink, I'm more drip than a faucet. Yo, bitch on her knees, sucking dick, she deposited. These niggas capping in rocks while you flogging, bitch. I be serving in the back of apartments. Mary Jane, babe, man, I swear she a part of me. I know some J's turn you up if you starting shit. High as a March, no drinking that doja. We running shit up and we not finna slow it. Posted in turncoats and labs over COVID. I crafted a flow and I didn't name it motion. Serving hand to hand, I'll hit you when it land. I don't fold, don't bend. My pull up in a Benz. My pull up with friends. Pipe might just break wind. Then I'm in the wind. I put on my kin. Serving hand to hand. I'll hit you when it land. I don't fold, don't bend. My pull up in a Benz. My pull up with friends. Pipe might just break wind. Then I'm in the wind. I put on my kin. Serving hand to hand.
Man, this is like to me, it's a summer jam, you know? Like, I love it, man. I want to say if you're initiating a new style of music and you're, or you're at least jumping in and exploring the smoked out, chill, again, sunny vibe that I'm getting, a little California I'm getting here. I mean, you're from the South, so I might as well say it's a little Southern vibe bar that too, right?
Really? The Southern hospitality vibe.
Was it a hard beat to find? Did you
Not
work?
at all.
No.
That's my boy, Rebel, Real Rebel.
Oh
Real
yeah, we got
X
you.
Rebel on
Shout out.
YouTube.
We love
Shout out
producers
that
here,
man.
man. The producers,
man
right,
beats.
make the rap world go round.
We love producers here.
Shout
we
out.
love producers. We shout out all producers. But nah, Real Rebel, that's his Instagram handle. He be going, like, he be having some fire ass beats. I had to rap on that one because I heard it. And the first time I heard it, the hook came to me like, I was just like, that's him.
Can you
Whenever
break
the
down?
hook comes
Can
to you
you
straight like that, it's just like boom.
Oh yeah, for real.
You already know it's a song.
Can you break down the hook a little bit for us? Because it seems like it's a little bit of vibe, but you also like. I think I heard you getting a little silly in there, like cracking a little joke too at a time, right?
Man. It was just like a serving hand to hand. I hit you when it land. I don't fold, don't bend. Might pull up in the bands. Might pull up with friends. Pipe might just break wind. I was like, this ain't the pipe really like farting on the nigga.
Hell yeah.
He down bad, man. It was like,
oh shit, man. That's dope, man. And when did you record this song?
That was last year, I'm pretty sure.
Last
year at the old 1122 house.
Wow,
the original.
the original.
Wow,
1122
man.
studio.
Damn, dude. Isn't that wild, man? Both of y'all, man, you guys record more than I do, and you guys also do it in some more pro settings. What do you think about the vibe you get in the studio you're at when you're at that like real amateur and all versus like that more semi-pro? How do you like the vibes? How do they compare?
The vibes are much better when it's like when you're like, you know, more experienced, because it's like, it's always, that's like with anything though, because it's just, you go into the studio the first few times, you're not really going like how your voice sounds, you know what I mean? Like, you got to find the right presets, you got to find all that.
It could be anything. You know
it
you're
could
going
be
in,
anything.
and
Like,
you know you
it
wrote
could
some
be
stuff, but you have
anything.
no idea what it's going to sound like at the back end of it. Is it going to be good or bad or what?
So it's just like, once you get past that, the vibe becomes a lot more like, it becomes more fun because it's like you're able to express yourself in a better way. Because it's really, music's just communication. So
True.
The better you get at communicating, you know what I mean, the better the music's going to sound, the more it's going to stick with the listener, the more you can really get them, make them get up and dance for real, for real.
Oh, that's dope, man. Well, that I think that song should be pretty popular, man, because again, it's something that you can have in your playlist. Come on, and it just chills you out a little bit, you know. And you got a good chorus, you know, that you kind of bookend the song with. Maybe play it in the middle too. So, and then you have a good verse, man. You're flowing in there. So, yeah, I like that, man. I expect good things to come.
Appreciate it.
Raise your hands up. Raise them up.
Now, you guys have worked together in the past, and we're gonna maybe listen to one of
This
those
is true.
songs. Tell us a little bit about how y'all met and how y'all started doing your thing, what you like working about each other, and then you can ask him about his haterade. You know?
Wait,
Oh yeah, we can take that.
Wait, you want me to go first, or
It's your interview.
Yeah,
Alright,
you the star, man.
no facts? But I met this man at Dominoes.
Domino's
the
Pizza?
only-
Yep,
Yes.
yep.
Oh, hell yeah.
We were like the only two young men of color in that establishment.
Oh.
So, well, that was
I
the
would
time.
say
It
that
was
had the
just
same mindset.
All right.
Yeah, no, we were like the only ones there, though.
We had
We were
Jordan.
the only ones there. Well, we did have Jordan.
And
Facts.
then
Shout out
the
Jordan,
other,
bro.
The
Shout
other,
out Jordan.
I forgot the other guy's name though. The tall black one. But he didn't really interact with us because we were, like I said, we didn't have the same mindset.
That man, I don't think he was actually a real person because I don't even know who you're talking about. I think it might have just been a figment of your imagination.
Yeah,
it was just me,
tripping
you,
on
and Jordan.
that syrup.
We had one.
It was
Dell
a tall,
for short
skinny
second.
black guy.
We had one Dell for a short second. I still got.
But that's I already knew about him. He was older, but never mind. Get back to the story.
Slick, what was the question? You got me thinking about. Yeah, Dominoes.
Yeah.
Man, I met him in Dominoes. We was on the same type time. Like he was already doing music, and this is really around the time like I kind of already written those bars, and I was just like, well, damn, this nigga's kind of like he already doing the same shit that I'm trying to do. So I had to link with him, you know what I'm saying? We just talking, chatting up. It's like we fuck with like the same music, you know what I'm saying? We kind of have like.
Do y'all remember who you talked about back then? Who you were going like nuts over?
I asked him who his favorite artist was, and he said Playboy Cardi. He won't tell you that to this day.
Yeah, he won't tell you that. At the time, I was a Cardi stan. Like that whole.
You can't even ask Zoot this though. I ask everybody I meet. When you meet people in music, you ask them who their favorite artist is.
True that.
Most of the time, people's artists tell their vibe of their personality.
Oh,
facts. At the time, I was listening to Mad Playboy Cardi and Joey Badass. So I say like those two, and it was like it's kind of like in that genre of music, it's just like smoked out, like everybody's smoking gas, and it's just it's a vibe, like
You know what, man? I hate the like shame culture that people try to hate on someone for liking something or whatever like that. You know, especially
I hate
in your
that
past.
too.
You know, it's like shit. I liked it. You know, because whatever I was doing at that time, that's what I was needing to listen to. Right?
Yeah.
I mean, fuck it. We can't help it. I don't think.
And I think real rebellious people know that, or like not rebellious people, or people just knowing that have that conscience. They know that there's more to everything in life, you know.
And you know what? When we're all old and like you said, smoking gas, when we're like in the nursing home when it's all legal in 50 states. Like,
I know, right?
We'll be listening to some crazy psychedelic jazz. You know what I'm saying? We'll be
Really?
laughing at
music
everything
changing
else.
now. Music.
back then, like
We're having this conversation. Music is changing now.
True.
Music is, I think it's leaning less towards mainstream and more towards underground now.
Yeah,
which is cool to see because you get some good music from some young guys.
Dude, I love that idea because now everyone can make music. Not everyone, almost everyone, right?
Yeah, almost everyone.
Then you don't need no labels. You don't need radio. The barriers aren't there. You just gotta have something decent, and like you said, you gotta have something to break through or grab their attention.
Yeah, something I think that people been, I don't know, finding their inner self during COVID because everybody was in the house, so it's like you're getting paid to do nothing. Now I can just work on music, and I think COVID made a lot of stars.
I made my COVID/political album during that year and released it.
No, see, look,
Hashtag full on fun.
COVID and TikTok, those are the two big movers for a lot of careers, really. Like
Great
TikTok
call.
plus COVID was just like
crazy. Yeah,
for
Was
a lot
TikTok?
of people. Like,
it changed a lot of people. I think
TikTok did blow up.
I'm
during
still
COVID,
mad at TikTok.
right?
I got beef with you. You took down my
Haterade.
I was about to have
Haterade.
really haterade. TikTok,
this is a haterade right here.
Them boys took down my first viral post on TikTok.
For why? What
For
for, man?
why? That's what I'm
For
saying.
why?
Like, for why, Zone?
I don't
Why
know.
did they do that?
I'm asking why I
It
got
sounds like a
banned.
lame type beat.
We was literally
type
at the
beat.
gas station. This is story time.
Yep.
We was at the gas station, and this man selling it's like Delta 8 joints
What?
in a container at the
What?
front. And I'm like, bro,
For real?
I had to put him on blast at the TikTok.
For
Like,
like
I had to put-
$30.
I had to. And it was just like
For like $30,
for
like,
like
come on.
10 seconds, you know what I'm saying? And they took me down for that, man. They said it was like illegal. I'm like, it's CBD. Like I literally tagged CBD in a post.
yeah.
But I was going up. I had like 40,000 views in that motherfucker in like 3 hours. It was stupid.
So wait, is TikTok a little like strict on this?
Yeah,
Oh yeah, apparently.
Yeah, most
but,
definitely.
Yeah, Zone got banned just now.
I get my videos deleted like a lot of times.
Damn.
That's why I realized that most of the time, don't even say nothing. Just let your. So I figured it out.
All right. Here's the
I'm,
code.
I'm about to give you the insight, right?
Right.
I'm gonna give you the insight. So if you have a song you promoting for all the artists out there, when you post your song on TikTok, you post it, but save it as private. When you save it as private, then that video can become a sound. You use your sound from your private videos. It don't matter if you saying the worst degrading thing in the world.
What?
TikTok will not pick it up because it has 0 views. So you can say the craziest thing, but it won't get banned because it has 0 views and it doesn't detect people actually listening to it.
No way.
Word.
What? So
That's some
you're
eye-opening
using
shit
the
right there.
audio from your private video as the audio for your public video?
Bingo.
Now, is the video the same or is it a different video?
So the video will be different. So you can post just the screen shared version of your song on SoundCloud or even in the file.
Yeah.
You can record it, right? And then you save it to private.
Yeah.
You close out of TikTok, you go back into private.
Yeah.
You got a sound right there. Click on your sound. At the bottom, it's going to say use this sound. You click on that one, it's going to bring up a whole new video, but it's your sound now.
Dude, customer service zone, shout out.
So that's all for the new rappers. If you want to make it on TikTok, make it a sound. Because it sounds way better when it's on there.
That's all you gotta do. New rappers,
And
new musicians, new artists.
it
You just gotta
helps
listen
you-
every week. We get new tips.
It helps you let other people use the sound. So when people want to dance to it, they can just go to your profile. Now you got a main picture, but with your sound that's private.
Yeah.
They can click on that sound. The only thing they're going to see is your video that you made public, not the
Damn.
private video. So they're going to click on that one. Now they can use your sound.
Mind
Free
blown.
game. Free
Boom.
game.
Yep.
Appreciate
Thank you.
that.
We're not worthy.
We're not worried
that. I'm telling y'all, appreciate
Now
that.
TikTok,
For real.
unblock me.
Yeah.
Unban me, man.
Hey man, we should have a segment too. Besides the haterade, is like, what was the nastiest thing you've ever said in a lyric? I feel like not that people are going around remembering that, but maybe they just recorded something and they put something pretty nasty in it or said some shit in it.
That's some crazy
Some
shit.
Saw Baby type shit.
Yeah. I think the craziest shit I've ever said in the song was I bought another Mexican just to hold my bag or some shit like that.
Oh damn!
Yeah. that was some messed up. I was young though. That's some music.
Yeah,
I was trying
yeah.
to find myself.
Yeah. Oh.
He said, trying to find.
I was trying to find
Yeah,
myself.
jokes.
I was not myself. You know, I feel like the only Mexican lyric you can use now is tatted like a cholo.
Or working like a Mexican, you know what I'm saying? Something
See,
that's like
that's
that
still
denotes.
right.
It denotes positivity though. I mean, it's like, isn't it? Like working's positive type shit. So
That's true.
that's
That's
making
the way
money.
you
You know
look
what I'm
at it.
saying?
That's
You
the way you
can't
look
ask,
at it.
you know what I mean?
What?
People gonna
What
automate-
ask?
Yeah.
Perspective, no cap.
Yeah,
Like,
Perspective
okay,
world, man.
The world we in
The more you
nowadays,
know.
man. It's like you
Perspective
can
world.
either look at it the right way or look at it the wrong way, but it's up to you, for real, for real.
It's up to you.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right.
Align your chakras.
Really.
So
Back to the store. We're at Dominoes. You guys are
Yeah,
hanging
we're
out.
at Dominoes.
He's
We're
asking
just-
you about your music.
Yeah, I mean, same shift. This is before I even made music. Like, this is, he really put me on. Like, Zone, shout out you. You know what I'm saying? Like, that man brought me to the He
Dude.
took me to D3, my first time in D3.
Shout out.
That man was
tell
like,
the
I
people
just seen that.
tell the people how many songs I made in 2 hours.
That boy made 3 songs in 2 hours. It might have been 4 even.
I think
I'm
it was
trying to
4.
Think
That's
I think it was
lightning
4.
fast. That's flash.
But that's
shit
like
right there.
good. That's like, bro. And the quality were good. Like, I mean, we still bump them shits to this day, man. For real, for real. Like,
Zone can rap, no doubt about it, man.
Yeah, he can rap
that's
his
that's a
ass
good
off.
dude to have you come in and kind of to step you in, especially so he already knew some people and he knew some places
Facts.
to take you. And so, did he do much coaching or did he more supporting or what?
not much coaching. It was like he was pretty much on the outside, just like, you know what I mean, letting me do my own thing, make my own sound, like find myself as an artist. But when
Yeah.
I was there and I was just like, okay, so how would I get like a distro kid or something?
Right.
He's just like, yeah, I'll put you on with that. TikTok. I mean, like, bruh, having somebody like that in your corner where it's like they actually have experience already in a field that you're trying to get into is very valuable because it's
Oh.
like they can really give you the shortest possible path. And I'm all about that. Like,
Life is
The-
about
the-
networking.
facts.
Yeah,
Even
yeah.
Jesus networked to get his disciples.
That's it right there.
You
I
never
mean,
thought
biblical.
about that. You never thought about that.
Biblical.
He had to go some places to get these people, and they became pretty powerful.
That's true.
You know what I mean?
He met one dude who knew the other dude.
You
who
know
knew
the other guy,
yeah.
but he knew everybody. Let's say
Right,
that. But
everybody.
he's still politic.
No, he was
Hey.
good on the block for real.
Hey man, if God got a politic, we got a politic.
It's true, man. I was thinking about that recently. Was that we had networking, right? You're just
Yeah.
trying to find someone to meet it and be cool. I feel like there's a new word for it now. I don't know what it is. It's like
Yeah, I always
people are
tell
calling it something a
people.
little bit different, but I don't know what it
I
is.
always tell people, and we're like, oh, I don't know if I could be famous. I'm like, look, is 1 million views a lot of views to you? People say yes.
Sounds like it.
There's 1 million people in the world that love you for you, and you just haven't met them yet. But once
Whoa.
you find them, they'll become your fans.
Whoa.
You just gotta find them. You just gotta find your fan base. That's really what it is. And for music, you just gotta find people. It's gonna take time because I mean, it's
Right.
you can't touch 100 hearts in one day. You know,
Unless
So-
it's on TikTok.
Unless it's on TikTok.
Yeah. Yeah.
Shout out to TikTok again.
Well, they got to be. I mean, they got to be out there, but they also got to be on social media or on the internet or whatever.
Yeah, interactive.
They got to be interactive. Yeah,
interact. Use your apps too, because some people don't use their apps. They use it for the wrong reasons. You looking on your app to check up another man. Well, you could use it to get some cover art or I mean, that goes for women too. I mean, you can look up her eyelash boutique all day, but you start your own.
Bet. Man, always giving out the good advice, Mr. BHM Zone.
Huh?
Hey everybody, welcome back to season 2 of the Raise Your Hands Up podcast with myself, DJ Purple Phil and BHM Zone. We'll be bringing you part 2 in a week or two, and we got after that Kid Acid. Gonna be awesome. Stay with us, like us, check us out on YouTube, Spotify, Apple, all that great stuff. We appreciate y'all. Have a great year.